Hello all. In this video, we introduce the Experiments for Business Decisions course, which is a unique executive education program specifically designed for decision makers and entrepreneurs across industry sectors. We briefly discuss the salient features of this particular program. We start with, in fact, giving you a brief overview of why experiments are useful in business decision making. We also talk about the learning objectives of this program, what you're going to learn specifically in this course. And we're also going to talk about how this program is going to benefit you in your careers. I'm Sandip C. I'm a faculty member at the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad.
Hi, my name is Ambrish. I am also a faculty here at Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, and both I and Sandeep are faculty coaches of this program. So what do we mean by experiments or an experimental approach? There are two ways to think about it. First, one way to think about an experiment is to think of it as a pilot before rolling out the intervention or the initiative to the entire organization. For example, you are an organization which runs thousands of stores across the country, and as a leader or a manager, you have a hunch or intuition that changing the store timings a little might help improve profitability. In that case, an experimental approach would suggest first testing this idea or conducting a pilot in a specific way and then see what the results look like. A second way to think about an experiment is it's an approach which allows you to assess or evaluate the impact of some of the initiatives or actions that you have taken in the past. To continue with the previous example, let's assume that you have already changed the store timings in some part of the country but not in the other. After that, let's assume that the profits of that stores have gone up. Does that allow you to conclude that changing store timings has caused improved profitability? Maybe, maybe not. Thus, an experimental approach allows you to move from your hunch or intuition to a much more informed decision in a much better manner. Experiments allow you to test ideas, bold new ideas, in a much more cost-effective manner without disrupting the entire organization. Experimental approach also allows you to debunk certain myths. Couple of decades back, it was a given that more choices are always better, but today we know that that's no longer the case. An experimental approach also lends itself quite easily to the world of online businesses. Some of you might have already heard the terms like A/B testing. As a result, experimental approaches have become quite popular, and organizations across businesses, governments have started adopting this particular approach to make a better decision.
Okay, so let me walk you through the structure of this 16-session course. As we normally do, we start off this program with an introduction and a course overview, and then we move on to giving you a basic sort of a background on the fundamentals of experiments, including the different approaches and methods that we are going to use throughout this course. Sessions 3 through 14, we are going to bring in a wide range of applications of experiments across diverse sectors, across diverse industries, domains, and in order to address a wide range of decision-making scenarios. Session 15, we are going to have presentations of student or participant projects, and of course the projects would be given beforehand and participants would be given sufficient time to work in groups on their projects, and we're going to end this program with a Q&A session and a valedictory session. So why experiments for business decisions at IIMA? We have four key or unique aspects of this program that we would like to highlight. First of all, the emphasis of this program is on development of experimental mindsets and we focus on conceptualization, design, and execution of experiments. Second, we adopt a multidisciplinary approach which cuts across various disciplines, and the uniqueness of our program is that we accept participants from a wide array of disciplines, and we bring in faculty from a wide array of disciplines or areas at IIM Ahmedabad. Third, we use a case-based approach. We bring in cases or case studies and contexts not only from India but globally, and we have a workshop where participants get the opportunity of hands-on actually of crafting experiments under faculty supervision. And of course the fourth is you do get a certificate from the Indian Institute of Management Ahmedabad subject to meeting certain requirements, and those are all available on the website. Now, what are some of the learning or key learning objectives of this program? As we discussed earlier, the idea is to develop systematic experimental mindsets and learn these approaches to evaluate the costs and benefits of future actions, either in the form of new pilots that you would conduct or to analyze past decisions. So again, the idea is for you to understand contexts in which experimental approaches can be used. Second, you're going to learn about the design of experiments from conceptualization through execution. Third, you're going to learn to make sense of experimental data. Fourth, you're going to learn about how to use those experimental findings or results for actual decision making. And finally, you're going to be able to evaluate the advantages as well as limitations, and including ethical issues or dilemmas associated with experimental approaches of decision making. So clearly, as you can see, we're going to introduce to you not only experimental approaches but also the applications of experiments across disciplines or domains, starting from marketing to communications to human resource management to organizational behavior to operations management, business policy or strategy, and many other domains. We hope you will consider joining the program. If you have any questions, feel free to contact the IIMA Executive Education Office. Application details are available on the program website. Thank you.